EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of Bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And with the terrible towels waving loudly, we are underway from Pittsburgh. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally. Kept the ball clean and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though. They trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
Johnson now. Throwing to start the drive. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. And even 20 yards and a first down on the game's very first play.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact and he'll go deep.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I want to wait till the season's over. But he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that third down play. That brings up fourth down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
And bottom line, when you're the starting QB, what is it?
Get the W.
Get the W.
They did that last week.
Right, got that done. Wasn't always pretty. There were some great moments. He threw 4 touchdown passes.
But got to eliminate those mistakes.
Got to take care of that because otherwise that could come back and bite him in another ball game.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Burrow. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Burrow. Over the middle, complete. That's Jenkins. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Burrow will throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Jenkins. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A good gain on first. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Man open. That's Jamar Chase, complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he yards. Almost gets to the 10.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Here we go. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. 2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. To the air again, Burrow. And that is caught, and the record is his. It's a touchdown. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym, preparing for the fight. Now we can turn it all loose.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick, and the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. These two teams met in Pittsburgh earlier in the year, with the Steelers prevailing in that one. So if they can win here in Pittsburgh, they'd be able to claim the season sweep. He finds his man, complete. That's Jenkins. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one goes for 24 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Here's Johnson to throw on 2nd down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complimentary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
There it is, a staple in most teams' playbooks, the angle route. A lot of times you want to take away that inside route by a back, but when they sell it like he's going to the flat, that is tough on inside linebackers. One false step, and that ball's completed.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Throw left side, complete to Chase. On the move past the 40. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Jamar Chase with career touchdown number 175, tying Emmitt Smith for second most all time. And the Bengals have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. 21-0 our score after 1. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week, and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well.
Here we go.
And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Late in the season now, MVP chatter starts, and he might be on the fringe. This is always an award that goes quarterback, running back, usually quarterback. A lot of bias. Does he deserve consideration?
He more than deserves consideration.
Touchdown, Bengals! Jamar Chase with career touchdown number 176, moving him past Emmitt Smith and into second place all time. And the Bengals are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point right down the middle, and it is 28-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Now Johnson on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Logan. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 3rd down, Johnson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Logan. And he's got room. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Bennett. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Patrick Queen able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. So the 3rd drives the charm. They are on the board, albeit with just a field goal.
Yeah, 3 points from 3 drives. That's not going to win you a whole lot of football games. Hopefully the fact they were able to move the ball a little bit can wake up their offense.
Fields it right around the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but a shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. He's going to take another shot here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. On 1st down, Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Johnson on 3rd down. Completes it to Samuel. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Johnson. Throw left side complete. That's Logan. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Okay, ready?
They'll look to throw again. This is caught. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts As the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Deebo Samuel, his 14th touchdown now of the year. And the Steelers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback. But, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence. Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead. But at the same time, got it done. And it'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw. Now the try here for the point after. And this is up and good. It cuts the lead to 28-10 now. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the second quarter. And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you always want to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all those things? But the best players show up each and every week, solid games and some spectacular ones. And he has showed up time and time again. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On 3rd down, Burrow. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Johnson. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season. Now the Bengal offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. And they'll start with a short field following that turnover as they look for points here before the break. Gun. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Burrow looking to pass. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Here we go.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on 4th down. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll start up at TIAA Stadium in Jacksonville, and it's the Jaguars who are out in front. Josh Palmer, a touchdown reception.
Hey, we get it. No time to waste. Playoffs starting next week. We skip right over halftime and get back to the action. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Take him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow.
He finds his man complete. It's Jenkins.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump, and he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Take it in at the 22. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing again, it's Burrow. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies. And
it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Steelers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
The Steelers send out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Pulled in at the 24. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards the pickup there. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 right at the 40. He finds his man complete. That's Jenkins. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots, and there's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals have got it on cruise control. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. Off the bootleg. Johnson. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. Back now in Pittsburgh. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Logan. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 43. A good pickup there at 22. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Back to throw again. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack. The offense on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and forever. Looking to throw. Johnson. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Trey Hendrickson providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That ball caught by Slayton. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers will take over possession here up at the 44. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Throwing to start the drive. Johnson, throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Johnson now throwing on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line. Throwing again. Johnson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken the play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. And they turn it over. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. They run once more with Stevenson. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He'll look downfield for Humphreys, and this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Johnson. He finds his man. Complete. That's Logan. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Johnson. He's got Lewis. And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8, as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Looking to throw. Johnson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Logan. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Johnson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again. Johnson. This one is Slayton over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker.
And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. That one looks like he'll throw here. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give them 18 on the play.
On ready?
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
To the air again, Burrow. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 36. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Over the middle, complete. That's Flowers. Down inside the 10. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
On 1, ready?
Now it's Burrow. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Point after here coming up. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that one an 8-play drive. It spanned 75 yards.
And it was Joe Burrow who took it himself for the touchdown run.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Johnson's throw complete there to Johnson.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, the lopsided affair finally coming to an end, and really no shortage of big plays for us to examine, partner, on offense or on defense for this team. They were so well-rounded in this one.
Got so many memories that I made on Cascade Road.